Start the countdown.
Start the countdown. It's been raining a lot.
Yeah.
Feels like I'm living in England.
There are some holes in the backyard from, I guess, someone's digging up grubs. My husband is trying to attract them, leaving them such desserts as watermelon. Let's not do that anymore.
I think just,
They did eat the watermelon and left the rind.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
Oh, good. That's.
No, it's good.
I think that's a good solution when you don't eat the watermelon soon enough.
No.
It goes bad in your
Not
refrigerator.
doing it anymore.
Feed the animals.
Nope. Those animals could eat my turkeys. Yes,
possible.
it has been raining.
Yeah.
What's on your mind today?
What's on my mind is a recent situation. So, remember the Gian Gomeshi story where he disappeared from the radio show because finally enough
People spoke
incidents became spoken of openly that action was taken. And then I don't know if there was eventually some kind of a court thing. I guess we'd have to go look it up. But anyway, CBC said you're not doing the show anymore because we've had all these complaints. But it was one of those situations where the complaints had yet to have been proven to be true. You're used to thinking of things, punishment doesn't come until the accusation is proven true. But in life, we know, in certain areas, like with parents and kids, parents will make a choice. There's no jury that decides whether the kid was bad or not or whatever. Anyway, so in real life, you don't lose your job unless you are proven to have done something worthy of losing your job and whatnot, right? In most cases. Anyway, so there was a post in a Facebook group, and the person who posted it I didn't know this, has a reputation for some unsavory behavior that is very much not at all acceptable. So I started getting messages from someone, because I'm one of the moderators of the group, saying, "Are you aware of that?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not." But then I thought, well, wait a minute. If I take some action based on the comments of one person who says they personally haven't experienced this, but they are aware it happens, then it seems like, it's kind of like
secondhand.
That's kind of like not enough.
Yeah.
Really? Like, would I want someone to take action against me because somebody who doesn't like me said something and, there's no way to prove it or whatever? Anyway, fortunately, when I asked, because the way they mentioned it, they said, "I'm aware of this and that." And I said, "Well, do you know anybody who,
firsthand,
kind of closer to firsthand?" And they said, "Oh yeah, I can connect you with somebody." So they connected me with somebody who represents a bunch of people. So I got to find out that the accusations, still don't know they're absolutely true, but it seems that when you've got more than a dozen people who are represented by one person, and then one person has, received reports from everybody, it's like, okay, well, how much better do I want?
I don't know, Mr. Trump.
No, how much more? I know. Where's the line where you say, this seems kind of like sketchy? And I also got a message from somebody else who's aware of, we'll say in the same circle of, a very large circle of people is also aware. So I got one message, the person agreed to hook me up with somebody who was a representative of other people. And then I got a message from somebody else, and then I got a message from somebody else. So
now what do you do?
Well,
Kick them out?
One of the other admins deleted the post, and then I ejected the person who made the post from the group and banned them because their conduct, as I understand it, through the limited research I performed, seems to be well known in the community, and somehow I just didn't know.
And how did you do that? Like, send him a note?
No,
You're gone?
Somebody else, one of the other administrators in the group, deleted the post, and then I went and found the membership status and said bye-bye, kicked them out, and banned them from coming back. Because of the unsavory, apparently well-known unsavory practices of this person in a certain way. I'm trying to be very vague. Can you tell?
Yeah.
But it's weird. I felt like I had to really do a little investigating before I could, you know.
It's kind of a sexual predatory.
Well, there you go. Yes, one of the people sent me a message saying, "Do you realize you have a sexual predator making posts in your group?" And I was like, "What?" That was the second person that let me know.
Okay.
The first person was a little more
Subtle.
in their commentary. They didn't use the word sexual predator, They used the phrase, how did they phrase it?
Unsavory?
No, I think they said, I don't know if they came right out and said this person asks actors to sleep with them to get a role.
Ooh.
But something very close to that.
How very Weinstein.
Yes.
Stein,
Anyway,
Stein.
so this is somebody who was, I guess, originally from the Ottawa area, has had at some point departed the Ottawa area, and now has apparently returned. And
Okay,
anyway,
that's all you need to tell me.
there you go. That's what's on my mind. I'm a little bit troubled by that because I'm troubled by the whole. You know, where is the line? You know, how many people do you need to hear it directly from the person who was say it was a sexual assault? Do I need to hear from X number of people who are actually sexual assaulted before I take action, or do I need to hear from like how many do I have to before I go? Ooh, I should really believe this. Like, what's the number?
I don't know. I just feel the Al Franken thing really upset me.
Yeah, because that's not in my. I know that particular one. I don't believe that's at all like this. I mean, there's a few that.
But they made his own Senate member ratted him out, like didn't uncover that story. Said you have to leave. You just have to leave. Mm-hmm. This is the Me Too movement. This is inappropriate.
Yeah. Oh, and there was another one that happened. Something else happened in Ottawa in the live theater community just recently. I saw someone posting. I like it personally. I know I shouldn't shame anybody who won't come forward, but I really like it when someone comes forward because then it makes it much easier for people who are on the outside like me who don't know what's going on to, oh, you personally are telling me this? This is your story? Easier to file that away and go, good. I know that. It doesn't sound like a rumor because I've been told firsthand, right? So somebody posted something in a Facebook post saying, it's been a while, I've been thinking about this and I need to come forward. And they just basically said like
named
what
the
happened.
person?
Yeah. I don't know if in that one they named, I think there was a person named. Yeah, they named them. And they named the organization and they named the people they had spoken to that received, and then they said they didn't receive any corresponding action, or they didn't get the impression anything was going to be done, so that's why they went public. So I find going public, the person who's involved, makes it easier for someone who's on the periphery to kind of go, okay, I'll take that.
You can understand why some women never ever go public, right?
Yeah, I do. It's the unfortunate.
Even to their very best friends.
Yeah. And on that very sad note, because the alarm bell has rang, we shall say...
I've rung your bell?
You rang the bell.
Ring my bell.
Ring my bell. Bing, bong. Bing, ding, bing, dee, bong. Bye.